Welcome to Exceptional and Unfiltered. We're Alysha, Melissa, and Teresa, three moms living the real, messy, beautiful life of raising kids with special needs. We're so glad you're here.
Hey, Teresa here. You might notice we're wearing blue today. That's because it's Autism Awareness Month. We're showing our support for acceptance, advocacy, and celebrating the incredible strengths of the autism community. I feel like it's picture day all the time when we do this. Like, what's my hair doing? What's this doing?
I think the first minute or so, it's kind of like, and then it's like,
And then
whatever.
Yeah, that's
we
how it
just
was.
break it
it's
in.
just whatever. Yeah.
I am going to invest one day on
Ready?
somebody to do hair for us one day
Okay.
while we're here. Set it up, do the top, do hair, yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
Get all fancy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm
You
so
got your
excited.
chance, fancy, don't let me down. I'm
Well,
singing now.
sing a little
I sing
bit.
now.
All the talent's coming out on the pod.
I do
All
not.
the talent's coming out of the pod. You know, like, and you said, Melissa, earlier, you were like, I love podcast days. And it
Yeah.
is, and it's already, even though like we've only done a couple, it's so fun to just know, like, all right, hanging out with my girls,
Yeah.
we're talking about shit that
Yeah.
nobody else wants to listen
It's
to.
therapy days for sure.
It's therapy. It is
Yeah.
therapy. Oh my gosh. So, okay, so today's episode, we're talking about like the funny stuff, those wild moments, those
Oh, boy.
crazy things that, you know, a lot of moms, I think, experience anyway. You know, like we all have like those moments about our kids, but it's kind of a different level with our kids.
Yeah.
And we'll talk too about some of the not so great moments that we've had to deal with.
They
but
go hand in hand.
listen, I'll tell you what I've been thinking about though. Your kid, Zach. Teresa, he is my favorite bowler of all time. Can I tell this one?
Yes,
Can I tell
please.
this about?
Go ahead.
Okay, so with Special Olympics, you know, whenever we're going bowling, Zach
I have a
would.
mental image. I have to let go for a minute.
It's my favorite thing, you know. Like Zach just gets up there and he goes to bowl. He drops it, and as soon as that ball hits the ground, he turns around like it is none of my business.
This is my business.
He's
It's
done.
in
God's
my business.
hands.
It's in God's hands
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like I have done my part. I am letting go. I'm walking
It's a
away.
valuable life lesson.
It's the best
Absolutely.
ever. I love it, and he's every single time.
every time.
Yeah.
And I try to like coax him to be like, oh, let's see. And how many did you get? He doesn't care.
No,
He's just glad to be there.
he just
Yeah.
wants to be there, and
He's
he
just glad to
he
be
did
there.
his part.
Yeah. I participated.
He's done.
I did it.
Well, you know, like our kids have like such like they're like quirky, and they have their own things
Yes.
that just make them them.
Quirky's a great word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
know,
love
Rucker's quirk.
Well, yes.
He's a ladies' man.
He's a lady.
He
That
is
is
a
a
flirt.
nice way to
Yes.
put
He
that.
is a flirt.
Yeah, he's a flirt. He loves the ladies. He especially loves a certain region of ladies.
Yeah.
You know, and he like God gave him that height. You know,
Yeah.
like he was like, you're gonna have
was made
some.
for it.
You're gonna have
He was
some
made
hard
for that.
times in your life.
So
But
here is
I'm gonna
something
put
to make
your
up for
height
it.
at the average woman's chest. So, but he does like he will go straight for like a pretty girl, and like if like there's can be a bunch of men in the room, and he's like he sees a pretty girl back there, they are nothing to him. He is going straight
Oh,
for
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have therapy after he has his.
And he's the
hips
only
up.
person that can get away with that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, he
like
does.
he's the only
Yeah.
one. People are like, "Oh yes, honey,
Yeah.
Come on in.
come
Yeah.
on, let me nestle
Yeah.
you."
Yeah. And he
He's
don't
like,
try to
please
hide it.
nestle me.
He does not hide it either.
Uh-uh.
He is not ashamed.
No.
He is,
No.
he's letting you know.
And if you say, "Oh my God,"
Yeah.
like he plays innocent.
He
He
does.
plays innocent.
Yeah.
Oh,
when
like
you
I
say
totally
something.
didn't mean that. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Yeah, you did. You definitely
did.
did mean that.
But he's so cute.
Oh,
He
he's
just
something
can't-
else.
You can't be mad at him.
Now, I have the opposite
gosh.
problem. Noah's earned the name of Old Grumpy Walt. He's Old Man Walt.
Grumpy Walt.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah, Old Man Walt. And that's what he's referred to even
Walt's
at
a
school.
great old
How
man
funny.
name.
He's the total opposite, as you guys know. He, you know, I mean, and he may be thinking it the whole time. The stuff Riker's thinking,
Yeah.
Noah may be thinking it the whole time.
I
We just
guarantee he
don't
is.
know.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
Well, and then he laughs
I think I can see
sometimes,
it.
And his
Yeah.
whole body just laughs.
Yeah.
You know, some of the events that we've had, like,
There's nothing better than his laugh.
Oh, my
He's got a
gosh.
good
He's
laugh.
just,
Yeah.
like, from the soul.
Yeah.
And you can't make that up.
No.
You know, like, that's what's so genuine about him, too. It's like, there's no performance.
No. I call it the Steve Urkel laugh. He has
The
the
Steve
Steve Urkel
Urkel.
laugh. He really has this Steve Urkel laugh.
You need to do like a stitch, like take that of Steve Urkel and like put it together with his laugh.
Yes.
That would be really funny.
Yes,
I feel like if you can make him laugh, that's like your accomplishment of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, I've done something here.
Yeah.
I'm really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not doing it just to make you feel better.
He will
No.
not.
He's not worried
No.
about hurting your feelings.
No.
No, not at
None
all.
of
he's
them
not
are,
laughing.
but he's definitely not.
If he's not laughing, it's like, well, it's you. Like
Yeah,
you're not
you're
entertaining.
the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
it's
the
you.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm Walt, and I decide.
Yeah.
What's the
Exactly.
problem?
So we'll all just be like, would you please judge our character right now? No.
Yeah. He would do it, yeah. Or the eye contact. That's what he'll do. Like
Yeah.
he will, and like he
Oh,
will
the
like,
side eye.
Yeah, he gives the big side eye. Yeah.
Wasn't that at the restaurant? You sent us a picture the other day.
Yeah, you
were
can't
at-
take him to a restaurant because he is the most important customer in the restaurant. Like he better get his food
Which is
before
very
anybody
old man
else.
like.
Yes.
That is very old man.
Yeah.
like.
Yes, buffet.
I
He's
bet
got to
he
have a
wouldn't be
buffet.
a good tipper.
No, probably not. No, because he's got to have his goldfish. We can't spend all the money on tips if he's got to buy.
That
his
is
I
goldfish.
true.
love watching you guys like walk on the track, and you're just popping him goldfish here and there, and
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah.
You
Yes,
call
or
me a
this.
goldfish popper one day.
Yeah.
Goldfish popper. The nicknames
The
that
goldfish
everybody
popper.
that we
Yeah.
all get.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So, but no,
Gosh.
he will when we're in a restaurant. It's at first it used to embarrass me, and I guess that's kind of what we're going to talk about today is things that used to be embarrassing to us that we kind of have to laugh
Oh yeah.
over. And so a table was beside us, and he did not understand why they got their food first, even though they were there before we were.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand that, so they had to eat 30, 40 minutes while they were getting the
Oh.
desk there
Ooh.
the whole time until his food came.
I
You
bet
see,
they were like,
am I
this
lying?
was the most
No.
uncomfortable dining experience I've ever had.
Yes, yes. I'm
No,
not
when
lying.
you sent that picture, I mean, that was a legit death stare.
Yeah.
I would love to know really what he was thinking. Like, who are you people?
Yeah.
Why
I'd
do
love
you
to walk
think
around
that
in
you
their
are more
minds.
Yeah.
important to me?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, they're
Just know what they're
very,
thinking.
they're very, and maybe this is the wrong word, but entitled.
Yes.
We threw a birthday party for one of our best friends, and it was so nice. They had these big, beautiful chairs. They look like thrones. Well, he comes in and automatically assumes
This
that
is
is
for
not
me.
for birthday girl. This is my chair. And there's just no thought into it. It's just, yeah, that's
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
clearly.
But
Yeah.
my mom has told me I was special
Yeah.
from the beginning,
Yeah.
and I am special.
Yeah.
I will act
Yeah.
as such.
I will
Yeah.
act as such. Where is my crown?
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
And
I
the-
wonder if it's where we do make over them, so that we do kind of put
Maybe. I
everything
think
we
so.
want to the side at times for them. And
Well,
you
and
know,
they are sometimes catered to.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
other people will just be like, oh, you can go in front of us,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you can, you know,
Yeah.
have a special
And they're like,
privilege.
of course we can.
yeah.
We knew this
Yes.
Yeah.
from the
We
beginning.
were just waiting for you to catch on.
Yeah. And people do kind of do that, like you said,
Yeah.
let them kind of go first.
Yeah.
Like one of our funny things that we had, you know, small children have no filter, and that is humiliating for some parents, but it
Right.
can be some of the funniest stuff. So one time, me and Noah were in the Dollar Tree, and he is in a wheelchair, but I use the adaptable stroller. You guys have seen it. That's kind
Yeah.
of more like a stroller.
Yeah.
And so this little girl had told her mom, kind of to let us go. She said, "Let the baby with the mustache go first."
Oh.
And her
The
mom,
baby with the
baby with the
mustache.
mustache. And then I heard her tell her mom, "I've never seen a baby with a mustache before." And her mom is humiliated because, as you guys
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you know, Noah, he's 21, and he's had a mustache and a beard for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And so, but it was so cute. But her mom was mortified, and it just made my day because I
Yeah.
said that was so cute, a baby with a mustache.
We had a similar
That's
experience.
funny.
We went on vacation and he was swimming in the pool. Well, his version of swimming, he sits on a step and he plays with SpongeBob and does all the things. And this little and he's just talking the way he does, and I mean, I understand it, but I can obviously see that not everybody can. And this little boy goes, "What language is he speaking?"
Oh.
Like very serious.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
But you know,
I
it's
don't know
good
what to
to
tell
like,
you, buddy.
it is good to like hear that though, because you weren't offended
No.
by that, and you
No.
weren't
No,
offended.
it made my day.
That's really
I
good
think
for
it's
people
adorable.
to hear
Yeah.
that too, though. Like that's not going to bother us.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
we're laughing.
It was
too.
genuine.
Yeah.
It was genuine. It wasn't anything
Oh my
mean.
gosh!
Yeah.
I gotta tell y'all about something Riker said in Walmart.
Oh boy.
So, and Callie, if any of this, our producer behind the scenes, needs to edit any of this out, you may not even hear this. I don't know. But yeah, so when he was little, and I'm talking like 4 or 5, but which is really kind of like 2 for him, you know, at the
Yeah.
time, right? So there's this like thing that we did. I have to show you a visual too. So if people are watching, they're getting a visual and this. But like when he was little, you just pinch his little baby boobies,
Yeah.
And we're like titties, like doing that kind of thing.
Just to get him to giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he loved the word. Loved the word. This
Really
is
caught
before
on.
he actually, we talked about like he also does love the actual thing. This is far before that, but he loved the word. And we're in Walmart, so he said it all the time, like titties, 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 like all the time. And I'm just like used to it. It's like background noise at this point. Like I don't even
You
hear
don't hear it.
Mm-mm.
Was that his first words?
No.
That would be so good, though.
That would be really good. Yeah, so he would just say it all the time. Write that in the baby.
That was good. First words.
First words. Titties. But we were in
proud
Walmart,
day.
and he's just like hollering it everywhere. And he's like still small, so he's in like that top part of the buggy, where his legs are through, and he's just titties, titties. And I'm not even thinking anything of it until we're at the checkout. And the lady is giving me the major like side eye, like, your kid
Judgmental
is
Judy.
just hollering this out in Walmart and you're not saying anything. And I remember thinking at that time, I wish he had a label. Like I wish there was like a label or that he had something physical that signaled to people that, this is not, I'm just not letting
not a
this
bad
kid.
behavior. It's
Yeah, but like physically, for the most part, like he didn't, until he got older, you could tell more things with him physically. But when he was younger, he looked very typical.
Yeah.
And we say typical again, but
I know. It's just
words
are
what
hard.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like she's looking at me in complete judgment at that. But like, yeah, I'm like, it is what it is.
Segue with the titties.
Yeah.
Zach calls them tiggies, by the way.
Tiggies?
Tiggies.
Tiggies.
So of course we all do too,
That's funny.
And he, oh my goodness, do I even want to tell this?
I think that we do.
Yes,
I think that we want to hear it.
So I think I mentioned in a previous podcast that he was a little wild man, and we would get in trouble in public places fairly often. This might have been one of our bigger moments. Well, we had just gone to a birthday party for one of our little cousins, and he was overstimulated anyway. And he was, wild even when he wasn't overstimulated, but then we add that on top of it. But I desperately needed to go to Advanced Auto Parts. I don't even remember what now, but I always had a clunker car, so who knows? Could have been anything. But anyway, he would climb my body on a regular basis, just climb me, because he was small and he didn't know what to do with himself, so he would just climb me all the time. I was skin and bones at the time because I was just so tired. So anyway, I had on like this cotton dress and it had a big like wide neck. Well, because it was so hot that day, and so he starts climbing me. I'm in the aisle in Advanced Auto Parts, and next thing I know, the dress is around my ankles.
Oh, no.
He pulled it off my shoulders, off my whole, like it was there. And so I was like standing in the aisle in Advanced Auto Parts.
You
in
know
my
they
bra
have
and
cameras.
panties.
That's been recorded.
I know. I'm
Somebody
trying to forget.
is watching
I'm trying
that
to
over and over again. Like, check
imagine
out what
that they
happened
did not do
at
that.
Advanced Auto Parts.
So what did you do?
I just pulled it up so fast, and I just left because I was like, I can't check out now. Like, I cannot.
I swear, if like that happened to me, I'd be like, I'm
And it was
joining the
his-
gym now.
It was his body weight with me pulling it up too, because he wasn't letting go. And I was
So you're like dress
Yeah.
and Zach
Yeah.
coming up at the
pulling
same
them up.
time.
Yeah.
So, this might be a teachable moment, though, for other people, too. It's
Don't
like,
wear
if
that.
you have a special
Don't
needs
wear
child, have on Spanx underneath,
Yes. You might want to wear
something,
like 3 outfits.
3 layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that might help you.
Yeah.
Not
Send
have
someone
this.
else to the auto store for
Oh,
you.
Yeah,
there you go. I like that.
It's a humbling experience. I'm a lot less shy these days.
With all of this, like, technology, we might, like, and like, AI and all this stuff, we might be able to get our hands on that footage.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I pray not.
Well, I think, like you said, humble. I think that has been what kind of special needs parenting has been the most humbling experience I've ever had. Like, like I was saying, I have 2 other kids before, and like, we all question, are we a good parent? Are we not a good parent? But the crazy things that happen in our lives make you wonder, like, every minute. Like, there's so many things that I've done that are funny now, but they weren't at the time.
At the moment, it's just not.
Like, one thing that we did, Noah, he has had, some issues with walking and different surgeries and stuff, and he has cerebral palsy, so he has, like, some balance kind of issues in walking, but And where he's nonverbal, we don't know if something's hurting him or pain or anything. So one day in particular, I had got him up for school, got him ready, put his shoes on. And once we started walking down the driveway to get on the bus, we noticed like he wouldn't put any pressure on his foot at all. So I'm like, okay, maybe something's wrong. We get him up on the bus and, he goes to school, and all day they're sending me messages like, something's wrong. He won't put pressure. Like he literally was having people carry him around the school in a wheelchair, which I don't think Noah minded that part. Like he likes to be carried.
Entitlement.
He likes to be yes.
Carry me.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
it had us so scared. Like
Where's my
even
pillow?
somebody was like, check. You need to get his doctor in Morgantown to check him out and stuff. So it scared me to death. I was already on the phone, like, is something wrong from maybe like a surgery had messed up or something.
Your mind's like going to the worst thing.
Yeah, and so all day long, this was what was going on.
Guessing game is so
A guessing
stressful.
game.
It is.
Yes. So I could visually see everybody carrying him around. Now, he probably was laughing. He had to Steve
Guarantee he
Urkel
was.
laughing probably at that time. And here me was
Walt.
panicked and scared to death. Finally, like by the end of the day, like somebody took his shoe off and checked it, and you know what was in his shoe?
What?
He's also a thrower. So sometime before he went to school, he had threw, I guess, a remote control, and I didn't know it. And the little back off of the remote control had went inside of his shoe, and I shoved his foot in that shoe and let him walk with that remote control. And
you're like, is this going to be another surgery?
Yes. I was like, that's not the Mom of the
But
Year award.
I
But
get
that's
it.
also like worst case scenario too. Like we've had worst
Yeah.
case scenario happen so much
Yeah.
that our mind
You
goes
just go to
there.
a dark place immediately.
Yeah.
Not a remote control.
No.
No.
No. Would not think
so,
that.
so just the things you think, like the crazy things
Yeah.
that would not happen to anybody, because nobody else probably would have to deal with a remote control in their shoe, because they would tell you,
Yeah.
hey, wasn't my shoe, Mom?
Yeah.
You know,
This
Yeah. And he just
Yeah.
had to deal with it.
Yeah, and it was humiliating at first, and I had to look at everybody in the face and be like, yeah, he wore that around a remote control back in his shoe.
They
Now
carried
it's
him all
funny.
day.
Yeah, now it's funny. We can laugh about it
Yeah.
now. We all joked
Yeah.
at first, but yeah, it was a little humiliating at first.
Well,
Not as humiliated. I wasn't as humiliated as you.
that was so
But-
bad. I probably blushed all over my body.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, I used to be worried. I was so afraid to go in Lowe's, too, because there's toilet displays.
Oh.
And Zach had a thing. I was trying so hard to potty train him, and that can be very delayed. I mean, he was 8 years old before and honestly, I think it just had to click for him. He got it, and he was fast. He used to watch this DVD on repeat. I think it was from like Huggies, and it was like about pottying, because so we go and I guess I have to go and everything's happening in the store.
I was thinking like it's
It's
also like
here.
cars and like construction related materials and stuff. Like
it
you
really
need to stick to
is.
grocery
I'm
stores.
a DIYer.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You're like, I got this.
So they have a toilet display, and he got away from me for a split second. His pants were down. He was sitting on the toilet, like it was in the middle of the store.
Oh,
And
man.
he didn't use it, but it was a
Oh,
close
thank
call.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
because usually if he'd sat on the potty, he wouldn't go anyway. He just
Yeah.
liked the ritual of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You're like, well,
So-
this is a toilet. I'm going to go sit on it. That's what
Yeah,
you're supposed
I'm going
to
to take
do.
my pants down and I'm going to sit on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And you're like scrambling
so I
over
was
there.
I was also fearful of Lowe's at that point, too.
Yeah.
So, had a lot of...
And your friends wonder why, when they call you in your family, like why you don't like to go places sometimes, because
Yeah.
you just
you
aren't
don't know
mentally
what to
prepared
expect,
for things.
or you're
just don't know what could
already
happen.
burnt. You're already like burnt out and exhausted, and it's like I'm not going to risk something happening. I'm staying inside.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
staying inside.
Yeah.
I'm staying
Well, like-
inside where it's safe.
And like I went
Safe.
to, it's safe, exactly. I went to, to the, whatever it was, like the pool with my friends and their kids and stuff, and we're hanging out. Like Riker's pretty content like Zach, like just sitting on the edge and kind of he plays with his cups and pouring water and stuff. But it was this is like looking back, I could have handled this so much differently. But it was pool break, and I thought this would be the time to get him and like try to get him in the water. Like he loves the water once he's in it. It's the transition of like get off the steps and now let's get into the water. And like it's really more of like the cold. If it were like a bathtub, would be no thing. But it's a little bit of like the cold temperature, and he's like, I don't want to do it. But I knew that he would enjoy it once he got there. And so, I picked pool break. I'm thinking, well, it's less stimulating. There's not all these people in the pool right now. I'll do it now. And he's like, you know, he's shorter than me, but he was probably about 4 foot at the time, and I'm 5'2", so around there, and so we're not like a lot different. But I get him in, and everybody's pretty quiet. You know, moms are like putting sunscreen on their kids around the pool. Their people are getting snacks. Nobody's really running around. I pick him up, and I'm like trying to like get him in the water, and I was trying to do it gradually. That wasn't working, so I try to go quicker. He is screaming. He's biting my shoulders.
Oh wow.
I mean, like full on meltdown, and it looked like I was mistreating him, and everybody saw. And so I was just absolutely humiliated.
Yeah.
And here I was like, I'm just trying to help him be included, help him be involved, and do the right thing by him. And it just, now I'm sticking out like a sore thumb at the pool.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like everybody's judging me. So I brought him back up, put him on the steps, and I went to the bathroom. My kids watched him, and I just like was bawling my eyes out in the bathroom, like, just like, why do I even try, and hating on myself. But I think that too, like that's kind of a little bit more of a downer story than what we've been talking about. But I think as you get older and as you've like done this journey for a while, like those moments still bother me. But I don't think that I would have felt so. Now, if that happened, I don't think that I would have cared so much about what everybody
You get
thought.
a thick skin.
Right.
You
right.
do.
Yeah.
You get a thick skin, and I don't know that anybody was judging me.
But
It just feels
How you
that
felt
way.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So if like that happened now today, I would
Because
be
they might have been like, oh, poor little mama. But
exactly.
Yeah.
But it to you, it's like I feel like all eyes are.
All eyes
Yeah.
are on me. Yeah. And so like now, if that were to happen and I were to take him, I mean, obviously I still don't want him to bite my shoulders
Right.
and smack me in the face, and I mean I don't want that to happen. But I don't think that I would have been so just torn up about
Right.
it.
Right.
Like it just is what it is.
You
And
become
I
a
might have even
fighter
left him
after a
alone.
while. We talked about fighting
You
other,
know?
but we fight ourselves too.
We do.
And so I think,
Yeah.
you know, like you said,
And
you
I
get
would
a
even
thicker
get mad
skin.
at myself for doing just that. Like,
Yeah.
why did I let that bother me? But you do still.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like even I was forced. He was happy. He was happy doing exactly what he was
Oh,
doing.
man.
And then,
And then I'm like, I want him to be in the water. I want him to be in the water like all the other kids and doing all that.
Yeah.
But really, for who? Because he's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's happy doing
That's a really good
exactly
point. Yeah,
what
that's a
he's
good point,
doing.
yeah.
Who did I
I've
need
definitely
to do
made that
for?
mistake many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get him to fit. Well, I don't even think it was, consciously trying to get him to fit. It was just like, I want him to be able to do it too.
And have that experience
But
too.
they don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Because
Yeah.
I think we define
Their
what we
happy
think
is
fun
different.
and experiences mean.
Absolutely.
And they can define it themselves. And
That's
I
a
think we
very
try to
good way to
define
put
for
that.
them.
yeah.
That's a very, because we're doing it by the standard.
This
This is
people have
what,
set for
when
us.
you go to the pool,
Yeah.
you get in the water.
Yeah.
And you have fun. Like that is the
Yeah.
definition of fun. So like letting them kind of create that, like Zach, he does not care how many pins are knocked down when he goes bowling. He just wants to throw
Yeah.
the bowling
He
ball.
just
Yeah.
wants to be present.
Yeah, and that's fine. So like to make him like focus more or do more, like
And that's just not his personality.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about in an earlier podcast. They have their personality, and then they have whatever their diagnosis is on top. And he
Yeah.
just doesn't like that.
yeah,
And you were talking about pool break; those were nightmares
Oh,
because the
yeah.
transition.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get. He didn't understand why he had to get out. And they're like blowing the whistle, and I'm like, I think I have to follow all the rules, and now I don't think that. I'm
Yeah.
like, we're staying in. I'm sorry, people.
yeah,
But I think they also goes back to the people understand more, and they would probably be
think that
okay.
they would be
And maybe
like-
at that
Think,
time
yeah.
I thought that they didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Right.
understood then, and I just didn't think
Yeah.
they didn't.
And
Yeah.
so it's interesting, even though how you say that, like, oh no, we're gonna stay in, and like it's almost like defensive before you need to be,
Yeah.
and that I did that too.
Oh yeah.
We all
There
did
was a
that.
lot of that.
Yeah, but you're right. They probably were like, yeah, totally fine.
It's fine.
No worries.
It's fine.
But we're like, just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
We got to get him out
We're
of the pool.
ready.
Yeah.
And he would be beating me up the whole time, and I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'm doing it. So we were in a lot of physical altercations.
I think that could be an episode is the times we thought people were mad at us, and maybe
Oh,
they
yeah.
never were.
Yeah.
Now, I do have one time that everybody has a pool story, I feel like. And I do have one that people really did get mad at us because I think, like you said, they do their own thing. They don't care if we let them just have fun in the pool. But Noah's probably, sometimes he likes to drink. At first, when he was real
Drink the
little,
pool
we took him,
water?
he would try to drink the pool water. And the first time he ever went to the pool, it was a horrible experience. He drank so much water. He got sick. The pool had to be shut down, evacuated,
we've
and
shut one
drained.
down
We've
before.
shut a few down too.
Yeah, and it was like an early dismissal school day. So all the kids were at the pool.
No. great for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they really were mad at us. I was
Yeah.
not imagining that time.
Yeah.
They were really
They
mad.
weren't
So-
happy.
So how did you shut a pool down? Or should I ask?
Oh boy.
I know how we've shut it down a few times.
Well, we were on vacation, and my friend, her parents had this beautiful little condo. It was so nice by a golf course. Like, I was like, gosh, we're fancy. And so they had like little private, they went to the different condos. Like, so it was a nice little pool. There wasn't a lot of people there, but I told you we had pottying issues. He never would tell me or indicate to me that he had to go when we were he was evolving into being able to go potty. So he just gets out of the pool, stands on the side, pulls down his trunks, and pees into the pool. Like it's a toilet.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll
so
shut a pool down.
immediately we were out. We were kicked out
done.
immediately. Yeah. And that's not the only time that happened,
Yeah.
but that was definitely a very memorable one.
But the victory is like he learned to use that. I mean, that's a huge victory for a lot
We're
of
like,
parents.
we're in training people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
You know.
sorry.
Work on your tan while we clear out the pool.
I'm sorry if you have to drain this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. Well, here's another one, funny one with Riker. Well, gosh, he's such a lover. Obviously, we've
He
talked
is.
about this.
He really is.
You know, in some behaviors, like when they're younger, it's cute. You know, but when they get older, it's like that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. And so it's also a parenting fail. I feel like Melissa's always like, yeah, that was a parent. This is a parenting
I
fail.
have yeah.
Yeah, so he would kiss everybody, which is, adorable when he's got like this beautiful little smile. Like his smile is
He
so
has a great
contagious.
smile.
He
Yeah, he
does.
does.
And he'll just, oh, I love you. You're beautiful. And he says that to everybody and he'll kiss you. Well, that's a little weird when the older you get, just some random dude coming up to you and kissing you.
Yeah.
And, so I'm like, I've got to replace this behavior. And so for whatever reason, I chose sniffing as the
Oh man. Because that's not weird.
I know. So now he's like, he would like give a kiss, and I'd be like, "Oh, you smell good," or or "You're stinky," or something like that. Well, now he goes up to everybody, smells them, and tells them that they stink. So he just gives everybody a
loves
complex.
trash talk.
Oh,
Yes.
So
he does.
I knew he wasn't going to say you smell good.
No. So he went the other way. Yeah, you stay.
You shouldn't have given him an option.
He'll be like, "Ew," and I'm like, "Riker." So but he does it to absolutely everybody.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he does love trash talk.
Yes.
He loves
does.
it. It's motivating for him.
It
Yeah,
is.
so when
but he
we're-
gets it from you.
I'm a
That-
trash talker.
No, I mean, because you like that. You say that works for you.
Yeah,
it's kind
it
of like
does.
just cut it to
Whatever
the chase,
works.
tell me
Yeah.
what it is. Like, he does
That
definitely
is
get that from
true.
you.
That is true. Yeah, so whenever we're doing anything, if I want him to do something, I have to be like let's say it's Friday night and we're bowling. We'll use that as an example. If we're bowling on a Friday night, which there's no school on Saturday, I'm like, if you get that ball in the gutter, you're going to school on a Saturday. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, okay, and goes and bowls. But if I'm like, good job, Riker, he's like, I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, he loves it.
He does,
Yeah.
but that
No,
was like
Zach
an
wants
abusive
all the
parent.
praise.
He does.
He
doesn't
wants
he?
somebody to just worship at his feet.
And
He
old man
wants his
Walt likes
throne.
neither.
He wants
yeah.
that.
And he has expectations of all of us, just I guess based on years of routine. And even Chris, my ex-husband, his dad, Zach wanted his bath, his nightly routine.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris will kind of procrastinate a little. He'll get it done, but he's slower to do it than
Yeah.
I am. And he had him. And so Zach went, does Dad work here?
Oh.
Dad work here? Like, what's
so we
he
are
doing?
clearly employees of Zach. It's
That
just
is the
now been
best.
verbalized. Yeah.
That is the best.
Yeah.
Does Dad work here? And so now the joke is, if I'm not on the ball, I'm like, do I even work here? I don't
That is.
even know.
I've heard you say that, and I didn't know what that
That's
Yeah.
what
story
it is.
was.
That's what it is.
That is great.
Yeah.
Oh man, these kids, like they give us a hard time sometimes.
Run for our money.
But man, you can't make this stuff up.
No.
It's
No.
so fun.
And they're so clever. Whatever does, not that a lot comes out, but when it does, it's clever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they've been working on that a while.
Yeah.
And you're like, and they're ready to show you.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this.
I got something funny for you.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so fun.
Yeah.
Just to laugh
I've enjoyed
stuff,
this.
you know, and like even like share some of our hard moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, our kids though, they bring a lot of good into the world because they just don't have this. Well, we all have kind of like a barrier, like I'm afraid of what people are going to think, and we still do. We've talked about that a lot, or we maybe try to impress people, and so we're not always our true, authentic selves.
Yep.
But our kids, they're exactly
Yeah.
who they are,
who they are.
Yeah.
and they're unapologetic about it.
Yeah.
So I really like. I know we couldn't be
They're
more.
exceptional and unfiltered.
They are
absolutely
exceptional
are.
and
Yeah.
unfiltered.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
And that's today's conversation.
If you feel seen, understood, or just a little less alone, share this podcast with someone who needs it too.
No judgment, no perfect answers, no pretending, just real talk.
We said what we said, and we'll keep talking.